Now, what I discovered was this, is that you have more potential inside you than you could use in 100 lifetimes. You have more potential so that whatever you are earning today, you could be earning 5 times and 10 times as much. And so I began to travel all over the world and share these ideas. And everyone who practices these ideas transforms their life and their career and their business. I began my career many years ago by not graduating from high school. And the only jobs I could get was laboring jobs. And I worked washing dishes in the back of a small hotel. And I worked washing cars, and I worked washing floors. And then I worked in factories, and I worked on farms. And finally, when I could no longer get a job in labor, I got a job in sales. And for month after month, I knocked on doors to make sales. And I was unsuccessful. And I lost a lot of weight trying to sell without training or experience. Well, one day I did something that changed my life. I went to the top salesman in our company and I asked him, "Why are you so successful? Why are you more successful than me?" And he said, "Well, show me your sales presentation and I will criticize it for you and give you feedback." And I said, "I don't have a sales presentation. I just talk to customers when I meet them." I said, "How do you give a sales presentation?" And he said, "You don't talk to customers, you ask them questions." And he showed me a series of questions that you ask when you meet a new potential customer. And from that day onward, I started to ask questions. And then I asked him, I said, "What else can I do?" And he said, "Well, you can read books or listen to audio programs or go to seminars." So I became a lifelong student of sales. And I kept asking the question, why are some people more successful than others? And I found the answers. And every time I learned a new idea, I tried it out and practiced it. And if it was a good idea, I got good results. And my income started to go up and up and up. And in 1 year of practicing new ideas, my income increased 10 times. I earned more money in the next year than I had ever earned before in my life. And soon I was recruiting and training salespeople in different countries all over the world. Later, I began to record audio programs and then to write books and to help people to become more successful. And one day I was asked by a publisher if I would write a book on time management. So I wrote a book called Eat That Frog. And the book had 21 ways to stop procrastinating and get more work done faster than ever before. And the book became very popular. It sold 2,500,000 copies in 50 languages and is now the best-selling time management book in the world. And I began to write additional books on goals and sales and time management and personal motivation. And today I've written 90 books on these subjects. And each book helps to answer the question, why are some people more successful than others? Now, what I discovered was this, is that you have more potential inside you than you could use in 100 lifetimes. You have more potential so that whatever you are earning today, you could be earning 5 times and 10 times as much. And so I began to travel all over the world and share these ideas. And everyone who practices these ideas transforms their life and their career and their business. And so that's what I teach to you. And let's start off with some of the best ideas that I found. Number one is a question that I ask. I say, what is your most valuable financial asset? And people say my house, my car, my bank account. And I say, no, your most valuable financial asset is your earning ability. It's your ability to get results that people will pay you for. And your focus in life must be on increasing your earning ability, on becoming more and more valuable every day and in everything you do. And when I began to teach this, I found that the most important part of unlocking your potential is goals. So I teach people how to set and achieve goals in every part of their lives. I am now the best-selling author in the world on goals. I show people how to increase their earning ability in sales, management, entrepreneurship, in any field that they get into, and I'm going to share that with you. Your ability to sell a product or service is the foundation skill for becoming wealthy. We find that all wealthy people start with nothing, and then they become wealthy by doing different things from other people. One of the most important things is they find ways to add value and to create value for other people. And that's what I will show you in the time that we spend together. Another subject that I specialized in is time management. And your ability to manage your time well will enable you to increase your income faster than ever before. Sometimes I will ask my audience, I will say, how many people here would like to double their income? And everybody raises their hand to double their income. And I say, wonderful, I'm going to share with you 5 or 7 or 10 different ways to double your income. And if you practice any one of these ways, you will double your income guaranteed. And I now share these ideas all over the world, and people are absolutely amazed. Let me give you an example of how to double your income, especially if you're in sales or in business. Today, your income is determined by the number of customers that you talk to each day, and especially the number of new customers that you talk to each day. According to studies that go back to 1928, the average salesperson talks to 2 new potential customers each day. So, if you want to double your income, all you have to do is speak to 4 new potential customers each day. It's as simple as that. And people say, well, it can't be that simple. But remember, half of salespeople speak to 2 or more, and half of salespeople speak to 2 or less. If you double the number of people you are talking to, because of the law of probabilities, you will double your income. And so I've taught this everywhere. It's a very simple, almost like a magic trick. And everyone who talks to twice as many potential customers finds themselves earning twice as much, making twice as many sales. And there are many other ideas. For example, one of the things we teach is called the Law of 3. And the Law of 3 says that you may do 10 or 20 or 30 tasks or jobs during the day, but 3 of the things that you do each day account for 90% of your results. And in business, results are everything. So if you start to focus on those 3 activities, you will double and triple and increase your income 10 times. And so how do you determine what are the 3 most important things you do? Well, there are 3 magic questions that will make you rich. Magic question number 1 is, if you could only do 1 job of work each day, which one job, if you did it all day long, would contribute the most value to your work and to your company? And usually this answer is easy to determine. So then you ask the second magic question. If you could only do 2 jobs, all day long, what would be the second most valuable task that you could do? And that is usually a little bit more difficult to determine. And then you ask the third magic question. If you could only do 3 jobs all day long, what would be the third most valuable task? And you will find that if you focus on those 3 tasks, that accounts for 90% of your value, 90% of your contribution, 90% of your income over time. So, what is the key to success and to high income? Is spend more time doing those 3 things. Do those 3 activities all day long. Start early in the morning and then work all day long to focus on those 3 activities. Then become better at each of those activities. Upgrade your skills so that you get more and more results from those 3 things. And if you just do that, you will double and triple your income in a very short period of time. So we teach the importance of continuous learning and personal development, is that the only way that you can increase your income is by increasing your skills. So if you become better and better at the most important things you do, then you will earn more and more money in less and less time. I have now worked as a consultant and teacher for more than 1,000 large businesses and more than 10,000 small and medium-sized companies. I have trained more than 5 million people live, and I've trained millions of people on video, on audio, and in books and seminars. And I can do the same for you. So in the time that we spend together, I'm going to show you the very best ideas that you can use to get the very best results faster and easier than you ever thought possible. If you're in sales, there's a simple technique that you can learn, and it has to do with what we call face time. Is how many minutes do you spend face-to-face with customers? We find that the average sales professional spends 90 minutes per day with customers. That's 1.5 hours per day with customers. So if you want to double your income, then what you do is you spend 3 hours each day with new potential customers. If you spend 3 hours of FaceTime, face-to-face with customers, you will double your income. But more than that, the more time you spend with customers, the better you become at sales. The better you become, the more sales that you make, and the faster and easier it is to make sales. So we will show you how to increase your income 10 times in as little as 2 or 3 years. We show you very simple time management and working skills that you can use to increase your income faster than you ever thought possible. In terms of selling and managing and marketing, we'll teach you the critical skills that you need to attract more customers to your business, to make more sales, to get more happy customers, and to get more referrals to happier and better customers in the months and years ahead. In my training, I have helped thousands of companies and many thousands of individuals become wealthy. In fact, I will show you how to double your income and double it again and double it again in the months and years ahead. And it's all based on proven strategies and techniques that are used by the highest paid people in every field throughout the world. Wherever you are in your business today, I will show you how to dramatically increase your productivity and get more and better results faster and easier than ever before. I have now spoken in 84 countries, and I have helped more people to increase their sales and their profitability than perhaps anybody else in the world today. I will show you how you can use the same ideas to save yourself many years of hard work in getting to the same level of productivity, performance, and income. Remember, in life, productivity is everything. Is your ability to get results is the only thing that is important. In my book, Eat That Frog, which is how to overcome procrastination and get more work done faster, I teach a very simple formula. I teach several formulas, but the first formula is very simple. It's for you to become very clear about your goals and to write them down and then to set priorities on your goals. The second thing is to ask, of all of your goals, what is the most important goal that you have? The next question is, of all the skills you could develop, what is the one skill that will help you the most to achieve your most important goal? And you write that down. And then you develop a plan to develop the most important skill to achieve your most important goal. Now, in time management, here is the secret strategy that has made people so successful, is that every morning you get up and you ask yourself, if you could only achieve one goal today before you were called out of town for a month, what would be your most important goal? And then you write that down. And then you begin work on that one goal, and you work on that goal nonstop until it's complete. And this very simple formula, selecting your most important goal or activity and working on that goal full-time until it's complete, will increase your productivity by 2 and 3 and 5 times. And as a result, you will contribute more and be paid more than anybody else in your business. In all the books and audio programs and video programs that I've produced, we find that your ability to think and plan and set goals and to work on your most important tasks is the key to your becoming one of the most productive and highest paid people in your work. And that is what I will teach you in the time that we spend together, is we will teach you exactly what you need to do starting today to be more productive than ever before. Well, over the years, I have traveled and worked in more than 125 countries. And I have worked, as I have said to you, with millions of people, and I've come back to these countries and given additional seminars. And people come up to me all the time and they say, "You changed my life. You made me rich. You changed my life. You made me rich." And I say, well, what was it about the things that I taught that were so helpful to you? And they always say, it was the goals. It was the goals. I never understood how to set and achieve goals before I came to your seminar. But once I began to set goals the way you teach and practice them every day, my productivity went straight up. And I accomplished more in the next year or two than I might have accomplished in the last 5 or 10 or 20 years. So I will teach this to you. One of the things that I learned is that everybody in life has turning points. If you're going down the road of life and something happens and it takes you in a different direction. And when you look back, you remember that if you had not gone in a different direction at that time, your life would have been very different. And over the course of my life, I've had 3 major turning points. The first turning point, when I was 21 years old, was when I discovered that I was responsible for my own life. I learned later that this is the giant step into leadership, is that all leaders are leaders after they accept responsibility. I realized that everything that's going to happen to me in my life was going to be up to me. So I accepted responsibility. And I still remember the place and the time and the date when I realized that I was responsible for my own life. That if anything was going to happen good in my life, it would be up to me. And it's the same for you. You are responsible. So these are the magic words that I teach in my seminars. I am responsible. I am responsible. I am responsible. The second thing that I discovered when I was 24 years old was goals. And I discovered the magic of written goals. I was sitting in the one-bedroom apartment of a friend of mine, and I was reading an article in a magazine, and it said, if you want to be successful, you have to have goals. So I took a piece of paper, and I wrote down 10 goals that I wanted to accomplish sometime in the future. And I lost the piece of paper, but within 30 days, I had accomplished almost all of those goals. And my life was never the same again. And so from then on, I have become a fanatic on setting goals. And I've written books, and I have taught seminars and workshops all over the world. Because if you're going to be responsible, you have to say, what am I going to be responsible for? And it has to be goals. And so the third thing that I learned was the importance of personal learning, personal development. I found that all successful people are continually reading and learning and upgrading their skills and abilities. And I call this the golden triangle of success. Is first, accept responsibility. Second of all is set goals. And third of all is dedicate yourself to lifelong learning. And those three changed my life forever. I have now taught millions of people all over the world, and they tell me the same thing, that these three changed their lives, and they're never the same afterwards. And so you won't be the same after you've come to our seminars. In our seminars, we will give you tools, ideas that you can use starting immediately to achieve more than you've ever achieved in your life before. The reason that I fell in love with time management is because your time is your life. And your time is the one thing that you cannot replace. And so we say, if you're going to take a certain number of months and years to reach a certain level of success, it's much better that you do it faster. And instead of taking 10 years to double and triple your income, what if you could double and triple your income in 1 year or 2 years or 3 years? So I became very, very aggressive about learning new skills that would enable me to achieve my goals faster than I ever thought possible. And that's what will happen to you. We will help you to achieve your goals faster with proven methods and techniques that are used by the most successful people in every field in the world today. So when we talk in our seminar, we'll talk about setting up and operating a successful business, about how to manage your time more effectively, about the importance of business and personal strategy. We'll teach you how to set goals and how to attract more customers to your business. We'll show you how to earn more money in less time than you ever thought possible. As I say, millions of people have attended my seminars and have increased their incomes by 2 and 5 and 10 times much faster than they ever thought possible. And this will happen to you. So thank you very much for giving me your time. I'm very much looking forward to working with you and to helping you to become more successful than ever before. And as we say in the greater community, it's in you. Everything that you need to achieve every goal that you can set for yourself is already in you now, today, and we will show you and help you how to get it out faster than you ever thought possible. So I look forward to seeing you, and I promise you This is going to be the very best learning experience of your life.